The elephant, the leopard, the zebra, the monkey, the hippopotamus. For these and many other animals of the wild, Africa has always been a paradise on earth.
They call me the king of the jungle. But did you ever notice that every one of my subjects has something special about them that enables them to do something better than anyone else? For instance, let me introduce you to the cheetah, the fastest runner in the world. Cheetah, I've decided to honor you with a certificate that proclaims you to be the fastest runner in the wild.
A certificate?
That's right. But not just for you. I've decided to issue certificates to each and every animal proclaiming their specialness. Well, Mr. Monkey, tell us your specialty.
I happen to be the finest tree climber in the jungle.
All right, I accept that. Here's your certificate.
Yippee!
And I am the tallest animal in the world.
Here's your certificate.
And so it went as the lion granted each animal a certificate for his specialness. The sharpest eyesight belongs to the eagle, and the spotted leopard was named the greatest hunter of the jungle. The varieties of African animals are many, and some of the special qualities were quite unique. For instance, the wiggliest animal was the snake. And the animal with the funniest face had to be the wild pig. It took a long time, but finally every animal had received his award for specialness, and they all went off proudly carrying their certificates. But what's this? Looks like someone slept right through the whole ceremony.
Who needs to be special anyway?
Well, how lazy can you get? It seems that in those days, there was so much food around that the turtle never had to work at all. So he saw no reason to develop any special qualities. He was perfectly content to just lean back on his shell and sleep and eat. But then one day...
Wow! Hi, what's your name?
You mean me?
You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Won't you consent to be my bride?
Can you imagine the nerve of that turtle? Why, they just met. You have to admit that that funny-looking little turtle would not be her ideal choice as her future husband. But he was cute, and the impala thought that he might make a fun and interesting friend.
Excuse me, Mr. Turtle, but what certificate did you get from the lion?
Certificate?
The lion told me that I happen to be the most graceful runner in the entire animal kingdom. Just watch.
Oh, how lovely. It's just as the certificate said.
Oh, please. You must agree to marry me.
I can't just marry anyone. Are you sure you don't have a certificate?
Why do I have to have a certificate?
I'm sorry, but you don't expect me to marry someone who has no special quality.
Well, I guess if that's what she wants, I have no choice. I'll have to go to the lion and get my certificate.
And so that lazy turtle made up his mind to make the long walk to visit the king of the jungle.
I don't care what kind, but please give me a certificate.
Say, why don't you certify him to be the laziest animal in the entire jungle?
Well, I don't see why the turtle's so pleased with himself. It's certainly no honor to be known as the laziest animal in the jungle.
The laziest animal in the jungle? Having a certificate like that is worse than having no certificate. That just won't do.
Well, if this isn't what you wanted, why don't you just tell me which certificate you would like me to receive?
The impala had no intention of marrying that silly little turtle. But she couldn't resist teasing him a little to show him how foolish he was.
Oh, I just love big, strong, handsome men. So if you can prove that you're stronger than the elephant or the hippopotamus, I'll be happy to be your bride.
Well, that should take care of that. Of course, there was no way for that lazy little turtle to prove that he was stronger than an elephant or hippopotamus. The elephant, of course, had already received his certificate for being the strongest animal in the jungle, while the hippopotamus had his certificate showing that he was the strongest animal in the river. Uh-oh. It looks like that turtle has got himself an idea. I just hope it works.
Say, hippopotamus, I hear you've been telling everyone that you're the strongest animal in the river, but I don't believe it.
What do you mean, Turtle? I have my certificate, you know.
Huh. Those certificates don't mean a thing to me. I'm every bit as strong as you are, hippopotamus.
Ha ha. How can such a puny little guy like you be as strong as me?
Well, if you don't believe me, why don't you just step upside and we'll see who's the strongest. All right? When the sun reaches the top of that tree, we'll start the contest.
What? You mean you want to have a tug-of-war with me to see who's the strongest of the jungle?
Sure. I'm going to lay out a rope from here to the river. And when the sun reaches the top of that tree, that'll be the signal to start the contest.
Let the contest begin. And so it was that both the hippopotamus and the elephant were tricked into thinking they were tugging against that little turtle.
Hey! That little guy's a lot stronger than he looks.
It was a grand struggle between the two strongest animals in the kingdom, and neither one could gain the advantage.
Hey, this is working out a lot better than I thought.
Nighttime fell, but still the struggle went on and on. It looked like the elephant was going to stretch his trunk, and even the hippo's giant tooth surely couldn't take much more of this. And when the sun came up the next day, the two titans of the jungle were all but exhausted. But neither one of them would give up. It looked like the struggle would go on all day. So the clever little turtle decided that he could wait no longer.
Well, what do you say, Mr. Hippo? Why don't we get a stronger rope and continue our contest?
No, I give up. You win.
I just don't understand how you can be so fresh. You win. You're the strongest.
You want us to believe that you won a tug-of-war against not only the hippopotamus in the river, but against the elephant on land as well? Is that it? You must be kidding.
It's true. He beat me fair and square.
He is the strongest animal in the jungle.
The lion had no choice but to give that clever turtle his certificate, proclaiming him the strongest creature on Earth. That turtle took off lickety-split on the dead run to show his prize to the graceful impala, in hopes that she would now agree to become his bride. Oh no, what could it be that surprised that turtle so much?
Who is he?
Hello, Turtle. I would like you to meet my husband-to-be.
What? But what about my certificate? It says that I'm the strongest animal in the jungle.
Silly Turtle. Think I'd marry you because of a certificate? Everyone should develop their own specialness, but that's not enough for marriage. I don't think I could ever love you. You're too lazy And I saw the way you tricked Elephant and Hippopotamus. Sorry, but unless you can think of a way to become king of the jungle, I have decided to marry the impala. Well, I'll see you.
And with that, the graceful impala bounded off into the jungle with her fiancé. Oh, that poor turtle. But he wasn't about to give up so easily.
There must be some way.
And that is why, to this day, whenever you see a turtle walking along so slowly and absent-mindedly, it is because he is still trying to think of some way to become king of the jungle and win the heart of the beautiful impala.